the resub. Hello. 16 months. Hi. Thank you for the resub. Hey, 1 year. Let's go. I'm trying to play Marvel Rivals, but there's a large loading box on my screen. RIP. RIP. Hello, people. How we doing? Hope y'all are doing good. Hi. Folks. Overwatch, but Marvel. We are going to beat episode 3 today if it's the last thing I do. Okay? And here's the sitch. We're gonna beat episode 3 today. So that way, when I stream again, I can play another little short game to break away from the Ace Attorney just for a little bit. Do a stream of this short game I've been meaning to play for a while. I was on mute for so long. Rip. It's fine, just ignore me. Don't even care. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I joke. I joke. But yes, we're going to beat episode 3 today. Because I just got a game recently. And I've been dying to play it. But I'm like, I gotta stream this. This is such a stream-worthy game. So... I'm not gonna say what it is, it's a surprise. But it's been in my library for a while, and I'm like, I need to play it. So, after we beat episode 3, hopefully, we do that today. Cat was your top streamer of 2024. You're living your life wrong for real. Ace Attorney was my top watch game. Incredible. So good. Looking forward to seeing what it is. It's a very cool game. It's a very cool game, and I'm very excited to play it. It'll be probably only 1 to 2 streams, and then we're popping back to Ace Attorney. But I've been dying. I'm like, I really want to play this game, and I gotta while it's still newish. So, with all that introductory said, let's hop back into it. Kidnapped Turnabout. Ladder. Final confrontation ladder. It feels like it's been the final confrontation for a while. One day, this game will load. And that would be the greatest day. Hey. Okay, we're examining the Bad Badger suit. The final confrontation that leads into the final confrontation that leads to the unexpected, the final confrontation. The Bad Badger suit that the guy found. There is a shard. There's glass shards. Oops. I know. I know. I know. I was trying to hit the shards. What's this? It looks like there's something inside the costume head.
Hey, they sparkle. I bet they're really valuable.
Sorry, but they're just pieces of a mirror. But why are they in here? These were found inside the victim's costume. Why were they there in the first place? Okay, there's 2 guns. Could this gun be the actual murder weapon? Used to kill Deacon, was originally stolen from guard by victim during escape. Okay, is there anything else? No. Oh, here we go. This bullet hole. It looks kind of burnt around the edges. Does it now? You know what that means. Wait. Those burn marks were left by the gunpowder. This is a most important fact. Oh, he knows. The burn marks! The burn marks! Of course. Why's that? Go ahead, Edgeworth. Tell her. Tell her about gunpowder burns. Tell her about gunpowder burns. Because it is proof that the victim was shot at point-blank range. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Worn at time of shooting, gunpowder burn is proof he was shot from point-blank. Incredible. He said it. Well, are these not the most decisive pieces of evidence you've ever seen? Thank you, Dad. This should be enough to convince even Mr. Edgeworth over there. Oh, I don't think so. Decisive evidence. Make no mistake, there are fingerprints on that murderous gun. And they prove that it was Lolly who killed Oliver. But Oliver was also after Lolly's life. So, Mr. Edgeworth, even you must see that Lolly was only acting in self-defense. The fingerprints on the weapon, huh? Oh no, this isn't helpful at all. Look, Mr. Edgeworth, all I want to do is save Lolly. But in the end, all I can do is watch on as she takes the punishment for her crimes. That may be all you can do. However, storm of bravery. I still have a case to solve and a job to do. The job of unraveling your insidious lie. Get 'em. Hair goals. Not that style, obviously, but the length. Real. You wound me. Why won't you believe me, even in the face of all this evidence? Decisive evidence. Make no mistake, there are fingerprints on that murderous gun.
Hold it!
Okay. Those fingerprints, are you sure they belong to Miss Pops? There's no mistake about it. Through my connections, I had the best forensics techniques money can buy performed. I find that to be a bit peculiar. What? Are you trying to pick an argument with me? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes? Yes. Frankly, I don't believe that Miss Pops' print should be on that gun to begin with. And the reason why Miss Pops' print should not be on that gun is because, my lawyer's badge. Oh, because... Duh. They were wearing costumes. The Blue Badger was Lauren Pops, Proto Badger, Lance Amano, Bad Badger, Oliver Deacon.
Take that!
It's simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the murder weapon. Because while she was at the stadium, Miss Pops was wearing a costume. Huh? But there's been no mistake. We found fingerprints. Well, Miss Pops, do you remember touching the gun at all at any time?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Deacon when he and Lance left for the haunted house.
To retrieve the ransom money, I suppose. And there you have it. That is when Miss Pops' prints found their way onto the gun. Grr. Do you understand now, Mr. Amano? The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Pops is the murderer. But you still don't have anything to prove that she isn't the killer, right? I am a prosecutor, not a defense attorney. You seem very adamant about insisting that your girlfriend is a cold-blooded killer.
Lance.
What? No way! I'm incredibly worried about her. But that doesn't change the fact that you don't have any evidence, right? That's where you're wrong. I have the evidence. What? How? The story that Miss Pops killed the victim at the stage in the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true, because that was not the real scene of the crime. Whoa. Because that was not the real crime scene, but a setup. This proves that the real murder was not committed at the stadium at all. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, because he was shot point blank.
Take that!
Let us take another good look at the costume the victim was wearing. Then I believe you'll see why I insist he was not shot at the stadium. This is the part of the costume that proves it. The gunpowder burns. Love me some gunpowder burns. The burn around this bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point-blank range.
Ah, so then you mean the murder Miss Oldsbag saw at the stadium really was...
Yes, she saw two people, but they were separated by a distance. If the victim was indeed shot from below the stage, there shouldn't be a gunpowder burn. Look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is, then? Lance set me up to look like Mr. Deacon back at the hideout. If that's the case, then the murder must have happened prior to that. And the location where Lance and the victim were at just before I was imprisoned was... Oh. I've got it. I know the real scene of the murder. The real location in which Mr. Deacon was killed is here. The haunted house because of the broken mirrors.
Take that!
Boom. I think it's not unreasonable to assume the murder took place in the haunted house. Yep. The haunted house. Yes, and I have proof that it is highly likely that the victim was killed there. What proves that the real scene of the crime was the haunted house? The glass. Oh.
Take that!
The glass in the victim's costume. Oh. Oops. Yeah, I think I meant... The haunted house, the costume, the gun. They're all connected, and the final piece of this complex chess set is this. Oh, oops. Where's the glass? There it is. Mirror fragments. These were inside the costume the victim was wearing. The fragments of a mirror. A mirror? And what does that have to do with anything? Indeed. You don't exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside a costume. I think Marvel Rivals is actually warping time. I literally never played a match, and it's saying I've been on for 43 minutes. Indeed, you don't exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside a costume.
Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous.
However, there is one place I can think of where there is a plethora of mirror fragments. And that is the haunted house. Lance Amano, I propose that you killed Mr. Deacon with the revolver. Alright. That's a good bit, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a great bit. Oh my god, I do this all the time. I make Clue references all the time. I love it.
He's so me.
Lance Amano, I propose that you killed Mr. Deacon with the revolver in the haunted house. After that, you stole the Blue Badger-mobile to move his body to the Wild Wild West area. The timing of when the Blue Badger-mobile was stolen confirms this as fact. Miles, my boy, say no more. I'm sorry, Mr. Amano, but I cannot do that.
Not so fast!
Not so fast.
Be quiet. Yes, please do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense. Ernest Amano, correct? I meant you. Now be quiet, Gramps. How dare you? I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. And to call these mere bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor. Okay, then where did they come from, What? Sheena? Wasn't there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout? Damn it! Got us again! Yes, there was a mirror there. Oh, it was broken too. A mirror that's for the haunted house. You see, isn't it possible the fragments got into the costume there? But Agent Lang, there were no fragments on the floor, so the probability is very low.
Not so fast!
Probability. Lang Ji says, on truth's past, the word probability does not exist. The only thing that does is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is, do you have the definitive proof you need?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth,
Do you? Kay, you are not helping. Do I have solid evidence that proves the murder took place at the haunted house? The answer is no. See, so since you don't have any, shut up. I don't have the evidence yet, but I'm certain the murder occurred around the time I turned the ransom over. At that time, the only people at the haunted house besides myself were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, and I can prove Lance's guilt in connection to the murder.
what now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Agent Lang, I have a special request. Yeah. I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house. Let's just go there and look.
Why in the world are you asking the werewolf for permission?
Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find the truth. Alright, permission granted. But you're not to touch a single thing. Got it? That won't be a problem. All that's important to me is that the truth be brought to light. It doesn't matter by who or how it's done, as long as it is. Don't growl at me. Sheena?
I'm here.
Put in the paperwork for the authorization immediately.
Understood. I'll go get the Gatewater Group's approval.
Oh. Who was that? No. Let's hold on for a second. There's no need to obtain approval. It sounds like you're the killer. Mr. Amano. Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this. What is this? Sheena?
It's the deed to the haunted house.
The deed? Read it out loud.
Gatewater Land Incorporated hereby bequeaths the property known as the haunted house to Mr. Amano for the lump sum of $1 million, paid in full in cash.
What? As you can see, I am now the legal owner of the haunted house.
Are you kidding? When did you?
I ran into the owner of the park earlier. We made the deal almost immediately. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. What? How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye. That $1 million you paid. Don't tell me it was... Oh, that's right. This disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it? I don't have any more use for it, so you may have it back now. Please add it to my thing. I thought I was gonna add it to the evidence reel. You used the ransom money? My Lance is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping a bit earlier. So I do believe that I will forgive him. After all, he did return the ransom money. That's the way things are. So if you'd please discuss things with me from now on. Discuss? What is there to discuss? Why, permission to enter the haunted house, of course. While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Amano was out there preempting us. Permission to search the haunted house is denied. End of discussion. Okay, yeah, that's not... If that ain't the most sus thing I've ever heard. Agent Lang, I want you to arrest that girl. And Miles, you should hurry on home now, my boy, before I really lose my temper. Ugh, Mr. Amano definitely has the deck stacked in his favor here. What should I do? If I leave it like this, the truth will be lost forever.
Gasp.
We are still standing in the same place. March 13, 4:27 p.m., Gatewater Land main gate. If I can't get permission to investigate the crime scene, then the truth will be lost.
Hold it! Hold it!
Hold it! Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing spacing out and saving the game? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this.
And what is that?
When the people are in a bind, the hero of justice appears to save the day. Look, you just leave it to me. For I am Kay Faraday, the second of the great Yatagarasu.
But I thought you were a thief, not a hero.
I'm like Robin Hood. The Yatagarasu is noble and is always a thief of justice.
That's... Of course.
If we have enough information, I can recreate the inside of the haunted house with this. See, the real reason is we didn't want to draw any more assets. Or like it's this late in the game already. That's why we're gonna deny you permission. Plus, if we then factor in everyone's testimony,
you can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. You may be able to figure out some new information through this. It's worth a try. Agent Lang. So you want to use your little toy. Be my guest.
Okay, hang on. We're all about to witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood.
Detective Gumshoe, is there a copy of the haunted house's blueprint among the police's reference documents? Yes, sir. We got it just in case we needed it for the kidnapping case. Of course.
Alright, I'll input the haunted house data then.
What is this? Where are we? It's like we're inside the haunted house. Even if we can't inspect the real location itself, the path to the truth slumbers here. If I can successfully navigate my way using logic, I'll ultimately arrive at the truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene.
Okay, what should I recreate first?
You haven't figured it out yet?
Maybe I haven't, maybe I haven't. But I'm gonna make you do all the hard work. What the heck?
Very well. I'd like to inspect the moment in which I was ambushed by my abductor. The two of them were definitely in this place at that time. If I can verify that, it may provide me with a new lead. I had just come out into the hallway after leaving the money inside the dining room. At that time, I saw a badger slumped over on the floor at the end of the hall.
Huh? What was a badger doing all the way down there?
What do you think, Kay? It was... I also thought it strange. However, I thought that maybe it was simply a mannequin that was set there for atmosphere.
Do you know which badger it was?
Well, Kay, it was the proto-badger. No, it was too dark to tell. All I saw was its silhouette.
It's the proto-badger. We already know this from the opening cutscene. In that case, I guess I'll just program a badger silhouette in for now. Okay, programming complete.
It's so cute. Then I started walking towards the exit.
And that's when you were struck from behind, right?
Yes.
But that's odd. The hallway's a dead end. Where did your assailant come from?
There's only one location I can think of. I believe my assailant was lying in wait here. Are we really... Do I really have to do this?
Take that!
That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was in fact a costumed kidnapper.
Oh, so he used the costume as the perfect camouflage to blend in with the rest of the house.
Precisely. He waited until I made the drop-off and was about to leave. And just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I can think of no better hiding place than this.
Hey, not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself.
Just don't use it to do anything criminal, Kay. Well, Lance? What? What are you asking me for? As some of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you a chance to confess first. I was one of the kidnappers, I don't know anything. I did come up to the haunted house, but I never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of picking up the ransom money. He didn't set foot inside. Is he telling the truth, or is this another lie? Alright, then you're claiming that it was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me? Yes, I'm sure it was him.
Okay, inputting the new info now. Mr. Deacon was the Bad Badger, right? Since the Bad Badger has a gun attached to its right hand, I'll have to change it so the weapon is in its left hand. Now to verify the facts of this recreation.
Okay. You didn't recreate the weapon.
Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about.
For some reason, it's a lot less threatening when it's the Bad Badger rather than when it's the Proto Badger.
So tell me, what were you hit with?
The attack came from behind, so I have no idea. I doubt it was someone's bare hands.
Okay, then where were you hit?
I was hit on the right side of my head, just above my temple. Oh, really? The right side of your head? Okay. There's a bit of blood, but it wasn't anything serious.
Ouch, sounds painful.
Why are you smirking like that when you say it?
It's just your imagination. Now let's see. Wonder if there's anything in the hallway that could have been used as a weapon?
That sword.
I'm looking for something the culprit could have used to hit you with.
So what?
Take that!
I have it. There is indeed one such object lying here in this hallway. A prop sword.
You talking about this thing here?
Yes, although we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Wait, yes. It's possible that the culprit took it with him after using it on me.
To leave no evidence behind, right?
Correct. It may be worth a more thorough examination yet.
Okay, so what test do you want to run on this sword?
Well, prints aren't going to give us anything, right? Because they're in costume, so we test it with luminol for blood. The culprit was wearing a costume at the time, so fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminol test. It's possible that some of my blood found its way onto this. Agent Lang, may I ask your cooperation in this matter? Like I have a choice. Sheena, call the lab boys. Understood. And then Emma Sky just comes strolling in.
It's me, the lab boys.
Except for a dab on the left side, it would appear that the blade is spotless.
So it must have been the left side of the prop sword that hit you then, right?
Culprit hit me in the right temple with this. Wow, it's almost like he couldn't have been holding it in his left hand. Oh.
Okay, I'll update the recreation with this new piece of info.
Awesome. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny.
Eureka!
Boom. I'm a genius. Finally. I found a clear contradiction of facts about this sword. Except for a bit on the left side, this prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, if the culprit had used his left hand, the blood would be on the opposite side.
The opposite side? Huh?
If the culprit held the sword in his left hand, then the sword's right side would hit.
I see, but the blood was on the left side of the sword, right? Which means that he used his right hand to hit you.
Exactly. This prop sword has a large hand guard attached to the hilt. It would be impossible to hold it with two hands while wearing a costume with such big hands. Therefore, if it couldn't be the left hand or both hands, it must have been the right.
I'll change the data to reflect a right-handed swing.
Oh, but what's this? Not yet, Kay. There's no sense in changing anything yet. If you change the parameters to the right hand, it only create a new contradiction. Changing the prop sword to be in the culprit's right hand conflict with what? The bad badger? The gun? This?
Take that!
The bad badger already holds a gun in his right hand, so he can't hold a sword in addition.
Hey, that's right. Then what now? If it wasn't in his left or in his right hand?
It means that the one who struck me could not have been the bad badger. You paying attention, Lance? Mr. Deacon could not have been the one who struck me, which leaves only you as our primary suspect. Yeah, fine. It was me. I hit you. It appears that you lied to me yet again. But see how quickly they catch up to you, Lance?
Wait, isn't Lance left-handed?
Yes, but that's what makes this deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. Hello, reverse.
Hello.
But you see, firing a gun with one's non-dominant hand is difficult. But that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword.
Hey, thank you for the hydrate and posture check.
Okay, please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance. Or should I say, the proto-badger.
You got it. Here I go.
Now we have a faithful recreation of the situation around the attack on me.
All right. All we have to do is examine this new recreation and...
And what exactly is so funny, Agent Lang? That amusing little gadget, it sure packs a punch, right, Sheena? It's the guy from Fortnite. Yes, it was all I could do to hold my laughter in.
Hey, don't make fun of little thief, you mean old werewolf. He and Mr. Edgeworth bring out the best in each other.
You've had your little fun, but now it's my turn. I've sat quietly by listening. But the crude conclusions you two keep spewing don't whet this wolf's appetite. There's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation at any given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in there, right?
Well, when you put it that way...
Your superstitions are wrong. It's not your fault, so I'm gonna let you in on this. There is a trick to this haunted house. And what may that be exactly? A trick beyond what your tiny imaginations can produce. Sheena? Here you are. Oh,
Girl, you're hiding. We can't see you.
Now then, what you missed, girlie, is written right here in this pamphlet. Oh man, the disappearing badger. Oh my god. Gatewaterland is full of mysteries. See if you can find and experience them all. The 7 wonders of the haunted house. The disappearing badger. Seeing is believing. It's do or die time. And the blue badger and the rest of the bad badger. Gatewaterland. You ever come and watch? Awesome. The 7 wonders of the haunted house. The disappearing badger.
What is this?
I'd say that someone around here is fond of theatrics. And as you can see, they even set a doll down at the end of this hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was just a stupid doll. Okay. How can this be? I guess that throws your whole theory about it being your attacker right out the window.
But that can't be right. Maybe the culprit hid the doll somewhere. And then he laid down and pretended to be it instead.
If the criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway, how could he hide a giant doll? Do you get it now? Thanks to your presumptions. I don't know which has more sound effects, Johnny Test or this game. Your logic started off weak and led you to the completely wrong conclusion. Now get off your high horse.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Okay, I wonder if you could please input the new information for me. You don't know when to quit, do you? Oh, I didn't do the command thing. You're so right. I totally forgot about that. I'll do it after this one, promise. My bad. My bad. I forgot. Immediately after stream ended, I forgot. Hello, Matt.
Hello!
I can't quit. Not until I can declare that I found the truth. Agent Lang, for the additional information you have my thanks. There you are again. We'll see if I care.
Okay, I'm updating the recreation now. I go for the stretch. That looks really weird. Look at how it changes from the blue badger into the proto badger all of a sudden.
If the slumped over badger was just a doll, where was my attacker hiding?
Well, that's what we're gonna find out, right? So come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Yes, let's. This recreation can't be right, which means there must be a contradiction somewhere. When you take a look around, it almost feels more like a house of mirrors. Indeed. Who's ever heard of this many mirrors inside of a haunted house before?
At least we know this is the real crime scene thanks to these mirror shards.
Okay, like a mirror house haunted... Like a mirror house haunted house hybrid. Okay, like a mirror house haunted house hybrid. This place is full of mirrors.
Hey, wait, these shards. There's something different about them.
Oh?
The ones we found earlier are thicker than the shards from the mirrors on this wall. And look, there's some sort of design on the back too.
The pieces from that costume are certainly different from the other mirrors. What does this mean? Could it be that our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors? Different from the mirrors on the walls, very thick and has a design on the back. Okay. Miss Pops, by my hand, I will prove your innocence in the murder of Mr. Deacon. Therefore, please don't fret. It will soon be over. Do you not trust me?
That is... Your face is all beet red, Miss Pops. No, I can't. I have Lance.
Ollie, don't tell me that you like that guy more than me.
That's... Oh, why am I so pathetic? I'm so easily swayed by even a single glance.
What is happening? What exactly is she going on about?
I think you have another guilty person on your hands, Mr. Edgeworth.
Guilty?
This is where the proto-badger shows up in our recreation.
Yes, now the question is, where did he come from?
Yeah, but there's no place to hide in our current model.
There must be an inconsistency somewhere. Oops.
Oops-a-daisy.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. This blue badger is just a doll for use in this haunted house.
I bet the one who killed this blue badger was the bad badger, right?
Oh my god. according to the Blue Badger Bible, it says that they are each other's worst enemy.
All because one's an ally of justice and the other's a vile criminal with a gun? How can they not just be lovers?
Perhaps they were just destined to battle each other. Much like the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Of course, yes. That was so informative. Oh, it's wanting me to deduce something, but I don't know if I have anything yet. Pieces of a set of armor are in a pile here.
Do you think they almost always have sets of armor inside haunted houses?
I suppose this sort of interior design is meant to bring out a sense of the abnormalcy.
Why do all your explanations have to be so hard to understand, Mr. Edgeworth?
So real.
Now try explaining it again, but this time so that even a thief like me can get it.
That may prove to be a most difficult task. Damn, you just called her stupid. I can't believe what I'm seeing, sir. The space that I'm standing in, it's like out of some crazy dream. Except that this isn't a dream. This is something Kay's gadget. No, wait. This is exactly like a dream, sir. I've never been so impressed. It's a miracle. Someone sure is easily impressed.
I'm so glad you like it.
Oh, so this is a product of your gadget? Now I wish I had one too.
Well, once this is over, I'll let you play with it for a bit if you want.
You do that for me, pal? Thanks. Alright, let's wrap this case up already. It's times like these that I wonder if they understand the seriousness of the situation. It's a replica of myself.
You're totally oblivious to what was behind you, huh?
Yes, I suppose I am also to blame to what happened to me. It was incredibly dark, which was all more reason I should have been more alert. I vow to never be caught by surprise again. Never will. Never ever. It's the proto-badger who struck me. I suppose I should really say that it is Lance.
Ooh, are you gonna get him back?
Yeah, let's beat him up, Kay. I need not resort to violence when the lawsuit I plan to bring to court will suffice.
Really? Because I would totally have decked him right back.
So valid.
If someone steals from me, I steal something from them. If I get hit, I hit them back. If I get paid, I return the money. Now that's the secret to how a great thief works.
Her third statement doesn't seem to be of much benefit to her survival. Okay, so I'm... Okay. Okay. It's, okay. That was off-putting me. I'm like, something feels off about this, but I can't put my finger on it. It's mirrored.
Eureka!
Hold on a second here. There's something wrong with this bad badger.
Huh? Like what?
The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake?
That can't be. You put the imaging data exactly as it is in the pamphlet.
So then why is the blue badger dressed up in reverse?
The mirror? It's a funky mirror?
Kate, do you remember what you said earlier?
What I said earlier about what?
About how this building might as well have been a house of mirrors.
A house of mirrors? Oh, that would explain the reversed or mirror image. Haha.
Yes, this blue badger might be nothing more than the reflected image of a real one.
Then, was the blue badger you saw just the reflection?
When I looked down this hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror...
Oh, then it would actually form an L shape, right?
Precisely. I was deceived. The hallway was almost pitch black, and there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway.
Wait, but why build this place like that? It sounds pretty pointless to me.
Okay, this house is just another attraction at an amusement park. They created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose, one I can point out to you. This was the reason they built a mirror wall, because of the attraction? Like, why am I having to explain to Kay what attractions are? As it's written in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger.
You mean they built the mirror for that trick alone? But you said you saw the badger, so it's definitely still there.
That was true at the time, however, doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. Move the mirror wall, move the blue badger, dim the lamps. Move the mirror wall, yeah. To remove a reflected image, simply move the mirror. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. Then beyond where the mirror was, an empty hallway had to be created.
Oh, so when they wanted people to see the blue badger, they would open the mirror.
And when they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again. This explains why the other side of these fragments have a design on them.
Ah, and if the pattern is the same as the other walls in this hallway,
then the mirror is closed. It would blend in with the rest of the walls. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit.
Huh? How so?
Think about it, Kay. There was a place that was outside of my field of vision. The culprit kept out of sight by hiding here. Boom. Behind the mirror wall, there's a very large blind spot, one I could not see beyond, and it was here. If my assailant hid on the other side of the movable mirror,
then you wouldn't be able to see him. You didn't even need to do anything to the blue badger doll.
Exactly. All he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror.
Wait, hold on. I just thought of something.
Yes?
Well, shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now, in reality?
Since we have a few shards of it, we can probably assume it is. Yes, it most definitely is broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found these inside the victim's costume, that would mean that the victim was there when the mirror was broken.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait.
Wait. That sound. Leave the money and go. Now. That sound I heard was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Kay, I'd like you to input some new information.
Don't scare me like that.
Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me.
Sure, whatever you need. So what do you need anyway?
If you could first recreate this hallway just before I entered the dining room. The dining room, Kay. The dining room.
You got it.
Now this. I believe this is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time I thought it was but a single straight hallway. And then I went inside. It was around then that I heard the sound of a mirror shattering.
You heard what? Then?
Yes, I believe it was then that the mirror was broken.
Okay. So then when you stepped outside into the hallway again...
The mirror wall should no longer exist. Kay, please recreate that.
Got it. Wait, but with the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go in his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth?
That's easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway. Oh, that's horrifying.
I think this about wraps it up. Looks like we finally solved everything.
No, not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head.
Huh?
Perhaps you did not notice, but this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency. The inconsistency between what I saw in the recreation lies... Oh. Did he still see a badger? Yeah. Okay, take a look. I bet he saw Deacon's body slumped over. And that's how we're proving that that was when he died. Okay, take a good look at the end of the hall.
Oh, there's no blue badger there.
Exactly. The blue badger that I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point on this long chain of logic. The last remaining contradiction.
So, let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right?
And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who? That's so messed up that that's a dead body he saw. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger. The dead body. Boom. The badger I saw was in actuality the dead victim's body. What? Agent Lang, the entirety of my complete logic is my final decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off. And you can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon. No! Maybe it was due to the fighting, or perhaps it was the life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, the hallway mirror wall was broken. You were in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me that you missed the sound of a gunshot?
Objection!
There were a variety of sound effects playing at the time. All for theatrics, I assume. The gunshot must have blended right in. Now then, I'd like you to recall something for me. Who was it that was with the victim at the haunted house? Who was the one who had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him? It was you, Lance Amano. Got him. Oh. I'm sorry. What a breakdown. It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped and turned violent after I hung up with you. He shoved me to the ground and straddled me. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun, and I shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. If I hadn't taken his gun and shot him first, that would have been the one you found. He's a hardened criminal. He's escaped from jail. See? See, that's justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself. What remains to be seen and will have to be... That remains to be seen and will have to be resolved in court. Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you. As if you were the one in charge around here. Guys, arrest these two and get them out of my sight. Wait, I had nothing to do with the murder. Yeah, but you had everything to do with the cover-up. What? The only person you should be arresting is Lance. Dad! Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easily, Mr. Ernest Amano. You tampered with the evidence so that you could cover for your son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all. Truly touching. By the way, do you know why I'm really here? And how could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question? You wound me. I came all this way from across the sea just to see you, you know. You came to see me? What's that supposed to mean? I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Amano, about a case from 10 years ago. The DL6... A case from 10 years ago? What's the name that you use here for that case? DL6. Sheena? It's known as the KG8 incident. Dang. So close. The KG8 incident? Oh, so you remember it. Good. Then you recall that the trigger in that case was the Amano Group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an internal smuggling ring. Smuggling. There's that word again. At the time, the person that was arrested as the ringleader was Mr. Amano's very own secretary, Mr. Colin Deveray.
Oh, Father.
Even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. Deveray, I always suspected that you were involved with the smuggling ring, Mr. Amano. Mr. Deveray was arrested in place of you, which is why when he broke out, you hid him from the police, right? You hid him in exchange for his silence on your little, dirty secret. No. Please calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat. Oh. What the? Who the heck was that? Oh, what? Wait. This guy? Oh, this is before. This is before he gets back to his office because that guy's still alive. Oh. It's been so long, I forgot. All the times were missing me up. I'll take him down to the precinct. I don't remember his voice. It's been months. I'll take him down to the precinct if you don't mind. And who the heck are you? I'm Jack Sportsman, and I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Oh, Jacques, thank goodness you're here. Don't jerk me around. This is an Interpol case, so keep your paws off of my suspect. Sorry, but I can't comply. I've got the backing of the prosecutor's office. See, in this country, we prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to court. So if you could please cooperate with me here, that'd be great. How about a handshake to seal the deal? Sorry, but I hate prosecutors, the whole lot of you. Guys, arrest the two suspects. Sir! Oh, I almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you. Thank me? Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal.
Hey, is that any way to thank someone? What the heck is that supposed to mean?
You were so relentless with Lance that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. So how does it feel to bite the hand that feeds you? The hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow. I don't understand your metaphors. It's no use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor that's working for Mr. Amano in the smuggling ring, right? Where is this coming from? No, I would never do such a thing. What the heck? Our intel's never wrong. I love how Agent Lang just accepts that as truth. What? You're not the corrupt prosecutor? Because you said no? In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring. Oh, so Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Amano. That must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude. On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? Oh, don't say that name. There were non-stop rumors flying around about forged evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors too, are you? The courtroom is a place where the truth is revealed. Well, don't worry. It's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. A prosecutor who never lost in 40 years, every defendant must be found guilty. Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? It would seem that his disdain extends beyond just me. Prosecutors, the courts. Why is this man so angry with us all? I'm sure he has a deep emotional backstory. Rest assured, the next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. So don't you forget it.
Okay.
Please wait. Agent Shina? Why does Agent Lang hate all prosecutors so? Why does he hate prosecutors so? It burns my heart.
Lang is the head of the long-honored House of Lang in Zhangfa. The heads of all police-related divisions in that country were of Lang blood.
Were? What do you mean by that? Aren't they still?
They were revered, but that was long ago.
They don't hold that sort of sway anymore.
And it was all because of the courts.
How can that be?
A prosecutor once withheld and tampered with the evidence one of the Lang's detectives found. That evidence's purity was tarnished and cost the Lang family its honor and trust.
But not all prosecutors are like that.
No, they kind of are.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Even so, Lang will never respect the court again, or any prosecutor.
So Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors. Where have I heard that before? Man, what a piece of work that guy is. Come on, Jim, we better catch up.
No, Jim, don't go.
Yeah. We still gotta deliver that thing to that old man after all. Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up and headed out ourselves. Yeah, are you going home, Mr. Edgeworth? No, I've done nothing but be entangled in one mess after another since my return. If it's alright with you, can you drop me off at my office? No, don't do it, Edgeworth. Don't do it. No problem, sir.
Excuse me.
Yes? What is it?
Thank you very much.
Aw, it's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as a detective.
I guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance. Oh, cruel fate. What's a woman to do when she's been hurt by the one she loves? And to think I never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it. I'm a failure. Oh, there she goes again, talking to herself.
Miss Pops, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping.
No, I have no idea.
Your father died while he was trying to stop Lance, which means that from the beginning he had no interest in this staged self-abduction.
Wait, then why did he...
I believe it was because of your presence, Miss Pops.
Me?
Lance realized that the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Mr. Deveray into cooperating.
Father.
As a felon, he could not tell you of his real relation to you. However, as the Amano family butler, at the very least, he was able to watch over you. It was all he could do, but that was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Go on, speak your mind.
That is... Thank you very much.
You're welcome, although there is no need to thank me.
No, Lauren, stop. I mean, this man's so much older than you.
Oh.
Looks like you've completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth.
I have done no stealing. I am no thief. Way to go, sir.
Your technique is way beyond the level of a great thief.
What are you going on about now?
Well, your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts.
That's Mr. Edgeworth for you.
Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all. I'm your daughter! If you haven't remembered in all this time, I guess I'm just gonna have to say it. This isn't the first time we've met, you know.
What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth? How do you know this girl?
Looks like you totally forgot me too, Gummy.
Gummy?
Here, maybe this'll jog your memories. I promised I'd return this to you one day, remember?
That's... That single piece of cloth took me back, far into my past. To that fateful day 7 years ago, when I first met the then-child Kay. And Detective Gumshoe. And also Detective Gumshoe, I guess. 7 years ago. Ooh.
Yay!
Turnabout Reminiscence. Beginning opening. Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh. Oh, only 2 more episodes. Turnabout Reminiscence and Turnabout Ablaze. Let's start it. Let's just start it, because I just like to have it started. Episode 4, Turnabout Reminiscence. Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself the second Yatagarasu. The piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. 7 years earlier. The 7-year time jump. It's always 7. It's always 7 years. Whoa, who are these people? Yeah, that's right. I did it. I killed the guy. But it was the great thief Yatagarasu that told me to do it. Hi.
I asked the defendant, just what exactly are you trying to say?
Don't you get it? I know the true identity of the... something. The Yatagarasu is the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench. Are you saying that I'm the Yatagarasu? Don't you dare deny it. You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy. So much drama.
Are you claiming that Mr. Faraday is the Yatagarasu?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Mr. Rell, I think we've heard just about enough out of you. Your Honor, please listen to me. I'm telling the truth. You've got to believe me. Okay, can we talk about the defense attorney for a second, though? Because she's kind of... she's kind of... In accordance with the defendant's accusation, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready. Wowie wow. That was a lot of drama. Oh. September 10th, 3:20 p.m. District Court, 3rd floor lobby. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, well, well. I'm very excited to continue this game very soon. Let me find someone to raid. Alright, join up in the raid, folks. I'm gonna send you all off on a little raid, raid. Reminder that we're gonna take a tiny break from Ace Attorney to play a short game. It's like a 3-4 hour game. It's not long at all. It can be wrapped up in 1 to 2 streams. And I'm very excited to play it, which is what we'll most likely be playing next time I see you guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye. Bye. Sending you off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.